This week, we're making the world's first rainbow farmers market stand. The last couple of weeks, we've had all the colors of the rainbow at our market stand, but we never arranged them in the order of the rainbow. So that's what we're gonna do this week. We're gonna make a rainbow market stand, but if we're gonna pull this off, we need a plan. The plan. Purple eggplants, green zucchinis, yellow patty pans, orange carrots, and red tomatoes. Rainbow.
Yeah, I don't know, Ian. Great idea, but it's 4 o'clock on Friday and we have currently harvested 0 vegetables. So we better get to work if we actually want to make this happen.
There's a little bit more to this rainbow stand. We're gonna turn it into a competition.
Competition?
That's right. Because I think that lots of people will notice the rainbow. And so, what do you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think people will just see that it looks really good. I don't think anyone's gonna think rainbow. Because there's been many times when I've done stuff to be rainbow and no one has noticed.
Okay, so here's how it works. We each have to guess how many times somebody will mention the fact that, like, oh, did you know your stand looks like a rainbow? My guess is that 5 different people will notice the rainbow.
I think 0 people will notice, but I'll put a 1. I'll put a 1 on the board.
Okay, and standard Price is Right rules apply here. So it's who's the closest without going over. So if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, you win. But if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I win.
And if it's 0, I'm right, even if I don't win.
A bunch of the stuff we have to harvest is actually pretty easy harvesting.
Yeah, just looking at the cucumbers, which are very tasty, but it looks like we need to do a bunch of that. But we need to go by the plan. Ian is a man with a plan. And so we need to do this rainbow harvest.
I guess that means that first up is the purple eggplants.
Ian and I love eggplants. It's one of those crops that we started growing a bunch of years ago and just fell in love with being able to have a big garden abundance of them. But you don't see us featuring them or focusing on them very often in these harvesting vlogs because there is like no money in eggplants. No, they are a really difficult crop to grow. You don't produce a lot of eggplants on each individual plant, and they have, like, you know, they need to get started super early and they don't have a window of producing for very long. So to be able to afford to grow eggplants for the market, we need to sell them for a higher price, and no one wants to pay the price that we need to charge to make money on eggplants. But we love them so much that we still grow them anyways, and this time of year there's more than we can keep up with, so we usually end up bringing some down to the farmer's market. Okay, I guess there's one more. We grow 2 varieties of eggplants. We grow a European style eggplant, and the variety name is Traviata. And then we also grow an Asian style eggplant, and this is Orient Express. These we sell for $2 each, and we can actually produce a lot of these Asian style eggplants, but the people who like to buy eggplants want to buy the European style eggplants, and we basically have to charge $5 for the European style ones because the plant itself only produces like 4 or 5 a year. So we just need to convince people to like these awesome, awesome Asian eggplants, and then we'll be able to grow more of them. How many do you want, Ian? How many eggplants?
Need a big purple pile.
Then they come home and we'll make baba ganoush. Oh, there's a big one in here. Oh, look at that one. It's got a little nose.
Want to see my haul? Looks good. Next on the list is green zucchini.
No! Cucumbers.
All right, that's right here. So let's do it.
We grow our cucumbers inside of high tunnels up trellises. The reason that we do that is it gets the cucumbers a little bit straighter, and it makes it a lot easier to keep them under control and to come in and pick them. In here we have a whole mix of different ones, but the main variety that we're growing is Tasty Green.
What are you looking for when you pick a cucumber?
What I'm looking for is that they are fully developed, right? So this is fully developed. That's a good size. Like this one here, I'm not gonna pick this yet. It's getting close, but this could use another day. Ah.
Cucumber snack packs.
Ian, I found the perfect yellow.
It's not yellow, that's white.
The patty pans are the yellow, but we already picked most of them, so there's not very many. I only need one to prove it. This one is the only sellable one, I think. The rest of them are all too tiny. So next up is orange, which is carrots, but the carrots and the beets are a lot of work. So before we get into those, we're gonna jump over to red and we're gonna do tomatoes.
There's just a few ripe tomatoes in there.
Just a couple.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I got 2 crates of my Juliet's Saladette tomatoes.
I was just pushing all the water out of the top of the greenhouse here, and then suddenly I felt something on my arm. It's a little praying mantis.
It's kind of annoyed at you, Ian.
Yes. I don't even see you there. Are you a leaf by any chance? Let go of me.
Almost done?
Yep. Go check out my baskets with all my beautiful mix in it.
There's still a few of the big tomatoes to pick, but I think we're gonna switch over to the carrots and the beets because that is where the bulk of the work is.
Now those are bunches of beets.
It'd be hard to actually trust that these beets taste good if you hadn't been eating them and saying how good they are.
I know. These are giants.
Some big old cylindras.
I didn't know the cylinders got this big.
I didn't either. Apparently we've been growing them too tight together all these years. Just need to give them lots of space and they turn into these monsters.
Yeah.
How many, Ian? How many bunches?
At least 10.
10 of the big ones?
At least. Okay, I wanna pull some of these. Some of these just need to be pulled.
I got my eyes on a few beets here that are so big that I think anyone would appreciate the value of a $3 bunch. Start off with this guy. Whoa. This boy over here. Oh yeah.
Okay, Ian, hold this against your head for scale, please.
Them some big beets. Is this the world's biggest beet?
So last year I looked up the world's biggest beet because I found a beet that was 5 pounds and the world's biggest beet was like 40 pounds or something insane. So.
Okay, I'm pulling another one because this one's really fun. Look at this one.
All right, pull it.
It's got the length.
Your prize winners?
Yeah, $3 or 2 for 5.
Each.
What? No, for a bunch.
No. Gotta clean them up first. They can be prize winners. So these carrots are, I want to say like our 4th succession. They got seeded quite a while ago. And where we had been picking, we still have carrots, but they're not looking as good. So we've flipped over to these, which are looking nice and sweet.
We're not really looking for the big carrots.
No, yeah, this is like perfect for us because we do snacking carrots. They're kind of not coming out nicely. That's a long carrot for us. Normally they're like, so.
It's a nice little bunch.
Yeah. The variety of carrots that we grow is Mokum. And we like them because they're very easy to clean. They're tasty, fast growing, little snacking carrots the way we grow them. But the tops are really brittle. They can be difficult if they're not pulling up easily because the tops will just break off. You know, they're nice. They're nice looking carrots. They were tasty last week too. Oh. How's that?
The beets and the carrots clean easily if you do it right away, but if you let the dirt kind of dry off on them, then it's a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna head up and start washing, and Serina's gonna keep harvesting.
working on carrot bunches.
We're getting there with the carrots.
Yeah. What's the count at?
25? 30?
That's not bad. I need to get sunflowers so that I can get working on bouquets. I think it's 9 o'clock now. And so I have a lot of work still to do. So I might be ditching on veggies and on to flowers. I picked all of my sunflowers early this week, but these open up fast. So now I have lots more again. Look at these beauties. These are gonna make some exciting sunflower bouquets. Pretty nice. I like these doubles.
Looks pretty good.
Well, I think my bouquets just got twice as good by bringing this armful in. Hello.
It smells like lettuce in here.
That's because I'm doing the glad and lettuce bouquet again this week.
What's going on here?
Okay, so what I'm going to use this week is these brown amaranths because I love them and because we always last year would do something we called the Serina special, and it would be an amaranth and then like zinnias, or liatris, zinnias. It was just kind of, the amaranth was my base for so many bouquets. So I figured, why don't we do, a $20 version, right? Because doing it as the $20 price point changes everything. I'm going to start with a piece of filler. I love these anise hyssops. They look so great. And plus, brown and purple. I'm also gonna throw some of the celosia in there. These things. Here we go. Kind of the beginnings. Feeling some yellow maybe? A couple Rebecca's in there to get it started. Get this party started. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Now I'm gonna add some amaranth in, like that. And then we'll build it up. Some zinnias. Maybe do kind of like a mixed, do some pinks, and I'll do some oranges. Kind of a whole mix of stuff. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's
it's like
really good.
It's looking cheery. The brown isn't looking overly fall. Sometimes the brown, yellow, orange starts to be a very fall look. But I don't think we've done that. Okay. Add in some more of the celosias. Maybe I'll do some cosmos. Kind of make it just the one of everything type bouquet.
The Serina seasonal special.
It's not a bad look to kind of just have a couple of everything. You don't have to overthink it, and it ends up looking quite nice. And they sell quite well when we do, kind of just random mixes.
Something for everyone, right?
Yep. What do we think? Put a few more little bits, and then I think it's done.
I think it looks pretty $20.
Yeah. One more color. We'll get all the colors. Rainbow. it'll be rainbow. It'll be on theme. We'll put these bluey looking status. There we go. Rainbow bouquet to go with our rainbow theme stand. This is super simple to throw together. This kind of bouquet where it's just a couple of whatever you have. And the great thing about the look of this, you know, because it's just the textures like looking good together. And it, you know, you don't have to overthink it and it looks great. So I like it. Things I will not complain about. A beautiful nighttime rain. It's like, these are big drops that are falling. This is like the type of rain that actually gets things wet as long as it sticks around for more than 1 minute. Fingers crossed. I'm using up the dahlias that I got. And I'm limited on Rudbeckia for the first week in a while, so because I've been doing all the dahlias with Rudbeckia last however many weeks. You've told me dahlias sell well.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. See if this sells.
I harvested 15 more bunches of carrots,
that's good. and
and I got them all cleaned up and in coolers, and same with the beets. They're all loaded in the truck. But I am very done, so I'm going to bed. It's after midnight.
Yes. It's not been an organized harvest,
No,
but
it's gonna look great. It's gonna look really good. I'm excited for tomorrow, but I need to get my sleep.
love you.
Morning.
You caught me finishing up. I failed at getting to bed at a decent time, but I didn't fail at getting some really good looking bouquets. I have 49 bouquets. So, as I always say, no excuses for not having $1,000 market.
Yeah, I got lots to sell.
Yeah.
It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Serina finally went to bed. She harvested some shishitas before she actually went to bed, because I forgot to do that last night. The truck is almost completely packed, which is great because it's a little bit earlier than normal, and I want to have lots of time to get down there and set up that stand.
So many flowers. Look at all those bouquets.
A little bit less veggies this week. I'm fine with that.
All those glad bouquets over there take up so much space, but I got them to fit.
I gotta get down to the market now so I can make that rainbow market stand. I think that this looks like a rainbow. I think it turned out really well. I'm excited. I'm pretty tired today, but we had to work a little harder last night to get everything done. The easy part now, I just gotta hang out and talk to all the customers and do all the selling, and then clean up, go home, and I will get my nap. But we're also excited because today Serina is gonna come down to the farmer's market. It's 10 o'clock and we've sold about $425. So, you know, it's not a crazy quick start, but I think we're still set up to sell $1,000 today. Usually kind of in the next little while is when the flowers start selling. And once those flowers start selling, then, you know, the numbers add up a lot faster. So far, 0 people have noticed that it's a rainbow, although tons of people have mentioned how good it looks. Nobody has specifically referenced the rainbow yet.
Hello.
Hi.
I've made it to the market and the rainbow's almost done. I haven't been here very long, but Ian tells me it's been a pretty slow day. So he better get to work. I made him $1,000 in flowers and there's lots left. So he's been being a slacker. If he doesn't make $1,000, fired.
This week it's the flowers that are selling a little bit slower. We still have lots of bouquets left. Last week we had, you know, maybe a $300, $400 last hour, and this time, you know, it's maybe a $50 last hour. So it's just slower, and people aren't looking for all the same stuff that they were last week.
I have to head out and go get my kids now. But it looks like I better make a plan for how to sell all these leftover bouquets. We might be having to do a roadside stand this week because they look beautiful.
Well, that is it for today's market. We sold $961. The market just closed. Sometimes I sell some stuff afterwards, but I think that might be it for today. So we didn't make the $1,000. And, you know, lots of people said that they loved how the stand looked, but 0 people picked up on the rainbow. So Serina's right.
There's so many bouquets left over from the market this week. I sent down 49 and Ian did pretty good. He sold 23, but that means that there was still 26. You know, a few duds, but most of them are still beautiful.
I sold 5 more bouquets after you left.
Oh, okay. Well, so, you know, a little bit less than half came back. So today we're setting up. We're gonna see if we can sell some of these. We have some of our food out as well. We have our sign up so that the cars coming down the road know that we're there. We killed a bouquet setting up, so I've hung it here. We have so many left over that we're doing a sale. I'm doing $20 regular price, or if you buy 2, it's $30. And we've done this in the past where we've made a deal if you buy more than 1, and almost every customer always buys the doubles, so it's a good way to blow out a lot of bouquets. We've been so busy this year that the Sunday roadside sales has been something we haven't really set up very much. But I have a lot of work to do out here. I'm out in our roadside stand painting away, so I figured I might as well set the stuff up. I'm out here anyways, and maybe I can make myself a little bit of money to pay for all this paint.
The roadside stand, as you can see, is coming along. Almost none of this work has been done by me. I've just been like an extra set of hands for our friend who we hired to kind of take care of this. We're slowly making progress on the roadside stand, hoping to have it done in maybe another week or so. Once this is like up and going, then we can merchandise flowers and food, you know, all week, right? We can have a place where we can just put it out there and we can start getting customers used to shopping with us.
I'm really excited about the design of the roadside stand. It's very small, so that when people step inside, it's basically going to be you walk in and everything is there to shop. And we have it designed so there's a door, what we just walked through, and then there's going to be this second door here, and this is how we come in and we merchandise the building without having to come in all the way around the road. So I think it's going to be really bright. And I think it's gonna look really nice when it's all done, and it's gonna be small enough that air conditioner in this window here will keep it cool, but big enough that we'll be able to fill it with everything we could possibly sell. I know the roadside stand didn't get built, you know, to be able to have it for the peak of our season. But we do have product ready and available until Halloween here, and more importantly, this is gonna be here for next year.
All right, Serena, time for the big reveal of how many people noticed that the stand was merchandised in a rainbow. It was precisely 0. It was nobody. Nobody said anything about it. Although I got...
Wait, but someone has to say something right now.
You were right, but you also lost. You were right, but you also lost.
I was right twice, right? Because I said that no one was going to do it, but my guess was 1, and that I'm most likely going to lose because it's actually going to be 0.
Yeah.
So I was double right.
You were double right. Now, I got so many people walking by being like, oh my god, your stand looks amazing, it's beautiful. And people are like, yeah, woo, like it looks so good, and taking their like Instagram photos. So people, you know, it's not like people didn't notice that it looked beautiful, it's just that people weren't cluing in on the rainbow.
Well, okay. Time to redeem yourself, Ian. How much do you think I'm gonna sell out here today while I paint the outbuilding?
$30.
I've already sold 30 bucks.
I know.
So you think no more sales?
Correct.
I think like 90. I think I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell stuff.
Well, now I'm triple wrong. As we were filming, somebody pulled over and they spent $20 on a bouquet. So now we're at 50 bucks.
What do you want me to say? When you're right, you're right.